everyone. I'm Colleen.
And Cindy here.
Thanks for joining us for episode 13 of Conversations from Beyond. So we're going to continue with we have a whole lineup of beings of light and we're told the lineup is getting longer, of beings of light who want to come in and join us to bring messages for you. And we don't know in advance who's coming in. Cindy's angels have been acting as the MCs for the last couple episodes. And last week we had 3 really different guests, and the energies were very different and surprising to us, as you could see from our reactions. So Cindy's angels have told us that we have 3 guests coming in again today. I think Big Birtha is coming, maybe as our recurring guest. I hope so. Big Birtha is my guide as well, but we don't really know until we get started. So I'll pass things over to you and your angels, Cindy, and we'll see who's coming in today.
Okay, and I did happen to notice that there was a comment where somebody asked what an MC was. And so an MC is just a master of ceremony. And so they're the people who sort of, organize the event and introduce everybody. And yeah. So my angels are acting as that kind of a host, introducing everybody.
I didn't see that comment. Interesting.
I don't know where I saw it, but I just fleetingly saw it.
Yeah, when we use these probably North American terms or something,
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to light my candle, and as I do so, I ask you to always use your own discernment with these messages and any messages that you receive from others or even yourself. Always use your own discernment. Take what you like and leave the rest. Okay. Let's see who's here.
I know which one of us is going to be all surprised today.
Yes. And so I use my pendulum and a mat. As the pendulum swings to the letters, I know the word, and it just helps me to focus on the channeling. So we have circles. This tells me that my angels are here. One day in the very near future, this channel will no longer be a thing. One day in the very near future, we're going to move in a new direction. And this channel will be a thing of the past. Now, there is no need to worry or be upset. When this happens, there will be more information coming in to each of you individually, and you will no longer need the services of this YouTube channel. Okay, I'm taking a break. So I panicked at first.
I know, but they saw my face. Sorry about my face. Because I'm having so much fun making these that I can't. I'm like, what do you mean we're not going to do this anymore?
And usually when they're like, one day, on an ordinary day, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. And I'm like, yay, let's get to that faster. But this time I'm like, no, I hope this is an angel in the near future. Like angel soon.
Yeah.
Because, so.
I've been having so much fun. Like, you have your other channel and everything, yes. I know, but I don't. And I'm going to sit with this and, get it into a better place.
Yes, exactly. No, me too. But yeah, that was a shock. I was like, what?
Like, they no longer need the services. Okay, so when this happens, there will be information coming in individually. Sure, like that's awesome for you guys. You
Yes.
know, to not have to rely on a YouTube channel to get all this information. But I'm like, but what about what the channel is for me?
Yes. Well, we will both move in different
Not
directions
to,
too.
yeah,
'Cause
exactly. And like we
you'll
still
be
have our
getting your own
friendship.
information. I'll be getting, you know, it's a
Yeah,
good thing.
I know.
I know it's still sad because I know people who are watching will be saddened to hear that too. Because even with the last one with Pele with Earth's history ending,
Oh yeah.
that was a big thing. But they did always tell us that this was a short-term project.
And also, you're getting a glimpse of Colleen's in my humanness. I resistance to I don't like change. I don't
Okay.
like change into the unknown.
Yes.
Change where I know what's coming. I'm good with I can find a way to get myself excited about, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Cindy, you've been through it with me for years.
Yes.
Yeah, change where I don't know what's going on. Like it's not my favorite. So
It's not your jam.
not my jam. I am a definite recovering control enthusiast.
I love it. Control
It
enthusiast.
came from a commercial. It was a rent-a-car commercial where the guy
Oh,
said, some
very
people
good.
call me a control, so like credit where credit's due. And I
Yeah.
laugh every time I hear it. Some people call me a control freak. I prefer the term control enthusiast.
I like it. I like
And
it.
so I am a recovering control enthusiast because I'm trying to let go of that, you know? But anyway, that's what's going on here. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm having so much fun doing this. Meanwhile, like you and I are scrambling sometimes on text trying to find time to
I
do these
know.
videos, and our lives are ramping up. And people have heard us talk about my fear of change long enough. Let's go.
Okay, let's
Move
go.
on.
Now that we've absorbed that a little bit. Okay, so we have circles. My angels are here again. As we said, there is no need to worry. You will be thrilled with the next phase of this journey after this channel is all done. Now we have 3 guests lined up for today. And the first guest is in a pink dress with feathers. Well, we all know who that is. Okay. The pendulum is still, which tells me that my angels have stepped aside and someone else is here. This is Big Bertha. I have something wonderful to share with you today. This will give you a glimpse inside life on this side of awareness. So, the angels introduced me by telling you what I was wearing. And last time, I discussed clothing on this side of awareness. Now I wish to share with you something else we engage in on this side of awareness that may be surprising to you. You may not be aware that souls are individuals just like people are. Souls are very individual in their growth and learning, and in their preferences, and in their energetic expressions of themselves. Each soul is completely unique. just as each person on Earth is completely unique. Even souls that are half souls are very unique. So we enjoy communicating with each other in ways that bring us more understanding of each other's experiences. And this communication happens in many different ways. We have a lot of communication methods that are very different from communication on Earth. We do have some that are similar. However, they are very different. Some people enjoy communicating with their voice. And so they engage in forms of communication that allow them to use vibrations to make sounds and radiate their energies out in a beautiful sound wave. These are communication methods that involve singing and light language. There are many other communication methods as well, and these are more complex. Not that singing and light language are not complex. They are just more relatable to you. The communication methods that do not involve sound are something like your idea of telepathy, and there is another communication method that involves listening to the earth. So on this side of awareness, we have a home energy. And this home energy is somewhat physical. As we explained, our universe may be thought of as a holographic expression of energy, in that it is somewhat physical and yet not densely physical like life on Earth. So our universe has planets and stars just as yours does. And these are energetic expressions of our universe. So we are able to communicate through this energetic expression of the universe. This is done in a complex manner that is difficult to explain. However, I will explain it by talking about it happening on Earth. Some people on Earth are master communicators, And they have this ability to communicate through the earth itself. These people are able to understand the vibrations within the earth, the energies within the earth, and read them as a manner of communication. They are also able to send their own energies through the earth and send a message to others that way. This message will be picked up by anyone on earth who is able to hear, in quotations, but here is in quotations, the message. I put quotations because it is a hearing that is different than using your ears. So this type of communication exists on this side of awareness as well. And some people, some souls, are indeed masters of this communication method. And they are able to send out messages to all the universe this way. And they are able to read and understand the energies of the universe in this way. These people are master communicators, and this communication method is the most complex and most difficult to master. This takes a lot of dedication to master this communication method. So there is a home of communication. And this home of communication is a place that every soul visits on their growth journey. And every soul learns all the methods of communication on this side of awareness. However, only some souls will return to this home and become masters. So now I wish to explain more about communication on this side of awareness. On any given time frame, on this side of awareness, we are in constant communication with each other. In this way, communication is different on this side of awareness. We are in constant communication with each other if we wish. There is a method of communication that every soul is able to do with ease. And this is telepathic communication. We all have this ability, and we are able to connect with a specific soul very easily and communicate our thoughts directly. This is a thought exchange, and these thoughts are not translated into words. In this way, we are able to communicate extremely fast. Think about how long it takes you to use words to communicate a specific thought, and how fast that thought passes through your mind. We are able to pass these thoughts on to each other just as fast as we have them ourselves. So this method of communication is extremely powerful, and it allows us to truly understand the thoughts and intentions of each other. This makes for a beautiful communication between all souls. There are no misunderstandings of thoughts due to translation problems. The thoughts are communicated in purity. So this is something that is available to all souls. Now, I'm going to explain the connection between half souls. So with half souls, their thoughts are with each other all the time. We are not able to disconnect from each other in this way. Half souls share every thought they have with each other. Now, there is something that a soul may do to help put the thoughts of their half soul in the background. You are able to focus on your own thoughts and your own personal communications with other souls, and put your half soul's thoughts in the background and still be aware of them. This is how half souls are always together on this side of awareness, and yet they are able to be in different places physically. They are connected by their thoughts. This allows for a powerful connection between half souls. And this allows for a half soul to be a perfect guiding angel for anyone on earth. You literally share the same thoughts as your guiding angel. Your guiding angel shares thoughts with you, and your thoughts are shared with your guiding angel. This is happening every moment you are on earth, even though at this time you may not be aware. So, as this new energy begins flowing to earth ever more strongly, this communication method will become available to you. You will experience a sharing of thoughts with your guiding angel. You will begin to pick up on the thoughts of your guiding angel, and you will recognize that they are the thoughts of your guiding angel. Wow. That is so cool.
No kidding. I was trying to keep up on notes, and yeah, that was just way too fast. Like obviously she was just dumping
Yes.
paragraphs into you, and it was coming out so fast
Yeah.
that that there's some of it I didn't really catch. Like, she just gave us a lot of information.
Yeah, exactly. Whew, that was a lot. So yeah, because I have heard of the home of communication. Did they talk about the home of communication on this channel yet?
I don't know. No,
No?
you may have brought it up in one of the last couple videos, but it
Okay.
wasn't one of our, when we were just doing
Yeah.
homes at the beginning.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
but what
And
I,
fascinating that like the whole universe is like this hologram. I love that image because it's like it's physical, but it's not physical like here, I find that really interesting. That there is some sort of physicality to the other side
yeah,
with
which
everything.
which again, it blows me away. It wasn't
Yeah,
how I pictured it.
exactly.
And then this communication, the one that she said was really complex, where they're communicating through vibrations in the earth, right?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, because I've had a couple of readings where people have that ability. Like their soul has that ability. And they learn to do it in Earth's energy in past lives.
right.
So when they remember those past lives, that skill will come forward in them. But yeah, it's really, really cool that they somehow can, because it reminded me of how people will, put their ear or whatever to a railway,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they'll be able to know that the train is coming because they can feel the vibrations or hear the
Right.
vibrations.
Interesting.
And I must have saw it in a movie somewhere because I saw somebody like I get a vision of somebody putting their ear to the earth, literally, and hearing like a stampede of elephants coming or a herd of buffalo coming.
Isn't that Clan of the Cape Bear?
It could be because
I
it
don't think
could
it's a
be.
movie. I think it's that we both read that book series, right? Oh, I've read it a couple times.
I'm actually rereading it now. Well, I'm
Are you?
re-listening. I
Yeah,
have them
yes,
on
actually, I
audiobook
listened.
now.
You're right. I did it in paper first, like in the 80s, and then now I've listened to the series of audio. I think that's where it was that they did it. But
Yeah.
anyway, cool imagery. That's interesting. And then in the last part, oh, sorry.
No, no.
Okay. In the last part about half souls and communication between half souls, and of course, because that, Big Bertha, the one who's talking, is my half soul.
Yes.
And I love that. So that's how they communicate, is because it's constantly telepathic communication, right?
Ah,
And that's how they become your guiding angels while you're like, because I'm incarnated, Bertha's not. And she told me when you first channeled Bertha for me, she said that she's always been the one that I get the most information from, and she's been guiding me through like all my lifetimes, which apparently have been many, but through this lifetime. And so I kind of equated that to, she's my little voice. I've always talked about my little voice told me to go back and get my keys,
yeah.
or whatever, or bigger,
Yeah.
way bigger things. My little voice told me to totally do something that changed my life.
Yeah.
But to recognize that was her. But like, it's not constant. And there are times I've told you that I kind of missed her because she wasn't there, but like,
Yeah.
yes, she is, because you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because there are times when I was talking to her last night, and it's like really profound. I'm really
Yeah.
aware of it coming in. But then there are other times when I think you probably think it's just your own thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's constant, right? And then it says that we'll experience it much more. This is where like I was just trying to get something typed down, but I don't really have it. But what was the last thing she said? That it'll get much more clear, right? The
Yeah.
sharing with our guiding angel will not just be like, was that me, or was that, it'll be really clear, like the talk.
Yes. We'll know that it's their thoughts. And like that it's like to me too, that it meant much more than just guidance. Like it's literally coming back to that relationship of hearing each other's thoughts. Like not even just guiding thoughts. You know what I mean?
This companionship, like where she's
Yes.
going like, oh, what a beautiful flower.
Yes, exactly.
Like, well, I'm on a walk or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, you know
Like,
what? I have recently had a couple of times that I was on my walks recently, and that I was particularly happy and pumped, like to be on the walk and just for whatever was going on in my life. And I've talk to her and I feel like she and I are walking along. I feel her put her arm through mine,
Yeah.
not really feel, but you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like we're just
energetically
walking
feel, yeah.
along together, enjoying the walk, as opposed to, yeah, when it's serious and I'm getting guidance about something,
Exactly, yeah.
And she's just with me, going like, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
So I think that's maybe what we're talking about, right? Like more of
yes,
a companionship
exactly.
relationship than tell me what to do or
Yes,
or
exactly.
help make this happen, like praying, right? Like for something,
Yes,
whatever it is, or help heal this or whatever.
yes.
More of just a companionship.
Yeah,
Love it.
which we're used to on the other side because they're always with us. So I love that that connection is a constant telepathic connection and that you can kind of put it in the background when you need to, when you're
Well,
doing
that's
your own thing. But we're still aware of it because, see, in this life, our conscious awareness, we're only allowed to be aware of, like, I think it's 6 to 7 things, six, or maybe it might be 7 to 9 things that we can actually be aware of at one time.
right.
Like I'm
Yes.
aware of this and the seat and this table and my candle, and you can only be
Yes.
aware of so many things at once. But on the other side, I imagine that is expanded,
Different. Yes,
perhaps
exactly.
infinitely.
But I was, because as she was saying that about you can put it in the background, and because I was thinking, well, how come I'm not just hearing her bombarding me all the time, because she must be having thoughts all the time.
Yes.
But it's because I think the current state is that we have them in the background, that we have them put in the background. And
Yeah.
what's going to happen is that they're coming more to the foreground, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's not everybody. I mean, there've been people in the comments who, particularly in the 2 episodes where we talked a lot about Big Bertha, and in that one called Spiritual Books that I talked about how I communicate with her and all that. People have said like they wish they could have that. And so that means that not every, you think everybody has the same experience as you do. Like not everybody is hearing their guide come in through a cone in the back of their head
Yeah.
like I do. But that's only because you have them already, you have them put in the background sort of on
Yeah.
default, right? They are there.
Yeah. Oh, they're there for sure.
Yeah. But they're
And
going to
yeah, the
come.
first kinds of signs are, the feathers and the dimes and numbers and synchronicities and things like that, right? And then as you learn to listen to that and pay attention to that, you do start to notice a thought goes by. And yeah, like it grows
Yeah.
and grows.
Yeah. And then it becomes more information. And like those times that I've had the information dumps about like Lemuria and, like now I
Yes.
can ask questions and not all the time, like not every time, like not even close. Well, I'm sure she's dumping the answers. I'm sure she's giving me the answers, but I'm just not picking them all up yet, But that Lemuria stuff that I had gotten, like that was like probably the most clear and profound and and obviously something from the other side,
Yeah.
information that I got. And I just remember it coming in so clearly, like I was hearing it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that it's thoughts, right? It's not, we don't have to put it into words. You can actually telepathically share like the pure thought.
Well, that
On the
I'm
other
very
side.
familiar. Yeah, that I'm very familiar with because of the way that
Yes.
how somebody else just said in the comments, they thanked me for explaining that I don't picture things, that I don't
Yes.
see things. So
Yeah.
I don't have visions and if you even just say picture an apple, if Cindy and I close our eyes and picture an apple, Cindy is somehow like, I can't even know how to describe it. There's a 3D apple in her. I don't know. I'm like blown away by that because I'm going, okay, there's a red thing and it's round. Like I can't
But I
see it.
used to be like that. Like years ago, I couldn't picture it either. And I would have to form it with words. So I
Yeah.
get what that is. Like I get what that is. And then
Okay. And then
it just started happening.
And then when people say they're clairaudient, like to me, what that must mean is like actually how you're hearing my voice now.
Yeah.
That they're actually hearing words being said to them. And that's not how I get it either, So I do understand this thought thing because that's pretty much how I get it.
Yeah.
Where I had to get over not trusting that it wasn't just my own thoughts making up crazy stuff.
Yes.
That it's actually coming in. So I understood this. Like I wasn't as blown away by this. I'm just like, yeah, well, that's how I already get it. It's just as
those downloads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Some thoughts. Yeah, cool. Okay,
All right, let's see what else is
see
happening
if I
here.
can keep up this time.
Okay, so we have circles. The angels are here. We have another guest, and this guest is a soul that is involved on Earth at this time. This soul is incarnated on Earth and is about to create something unique. Okay, the pendulum has gone still, so my angels have stepped aside. This is a soul with a plan. I have a plan to create something that will help people on Earth to move forward in a new direction. This is an old technology that I will be reviving. This old technology will allow people to have more control over their own lives and where they go. This will help people to understand the power of their soul. This will be something that will help people to be in different places faster than any current technology. So this will help people to travel from one place to another. This is the first stage of this technology. This technology will evolve, and it will eventually be available to just about everyone on Earth. This first phase of this technology will require an open heart to operate this technology. This is a mechanism of allowing. The open heart is required to activate this technology at this time in Earth's energy. As Earth's energy increases and the love energy available to everyone on Earth increases, there will be further developments in this technology that will allow more and more people to access this ability to travel. This is something that I am deeply and passionately involved with. This is a passion of mine, and I will be working on this over the months and year or so to come. I am Einstein reincarnated. And this is the project I spoke about to you last time. The technology I wish to bring forward is a technology that will allow travel around Earth in a new and exciting way. This is a technology that is being dropped into Earth's atmosphere, and many people are picking up on this technology at this time. I have an advantage in being the soul that incarnated as Einstein. And I have the knowledge of his work within me. And this knowledge will come into play in bringing this new yet old technology into Earth's energy. You have a wonderful opportunity to pick up on energies in Earth's energy at this time. There are new energies being dropped into Earth's universe all the time now. And these new energies have beautiful inventions and technologies within them. Some of you may be able to pick up on these energies yourself and move forward with a new idea. There are also ideas and knowledge being dropped into Earth's universe at this time that are not technology related, but are more related to how to live your best life and how to access the hidden energies within Earth now. There is so much amazing information coming to Earth at this time, and you are able to pick up on this information for yourself. The best way to access this information is to bring in as much love energy into your body as possible. The easiest and most effective way to do this is to send out love and light to everyone on Earth and Earth herself daily. Sharing your love energy body with the world in this way by becoming a funnel for love energy to flow through is the best and most effective way to bring love energy into your own body. And when you do this, you are more able to pick up on these new knowledge energies coming to Earth. And with that, he's done. Wow.
Cool. Cool.
That
Travel.
is-
I was thinking about you, because I'm not like an international traveler, but you are. I was thinking, well, it's going to save you a lot of money in
Oh, I
flight
can't wait till I don't have to deal with airplanes. Oh my
airports.
goodness. Oh God. Hours and hours. Like, no. And this is something that was in my book that they talked about, a new way to travel. So yeah, and because in the book they did, I don't remember. It's been a while since I read my own book. But I don't think they quite had this much detail in that it'll be available to, this group of people first, and then it will open up sort of slowly
Yes.
as the energy comes in.
Do you remember that you did a reading? Okay, I was thinking about it all through this, whether I was going to be cryptic or not, and I am going to be cryptic. We know I'm pretty TMI, to protect somebody's privacy. But you did a reading after an experience that somebody very close to me had and asked for you to ask about it. And your angels said that they there was a home where because they had not a dream.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden this person was in the room with them and then was gone. Like it was like this picture, and it was that anyway, sorry. It was about bending time to get places. Remember? It was about yeah. And I had a
Yeah,
big
because
rush
they
when
saw a window, right? They saw through, like that portal that we're gonna step through, they saw through it, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And they saw and they wondered if the person that they saw, if that person was significant, like, why did I see this person? Am I supposed to interact with them? Are they on another timeline? Like, what's going on? And the reading you got said no, like it was that you just traveled into the place where they were, and they were startled too, like because the person, my person went right, and actually ran out of the room, and then was okay. Like they aren't really scared of stuff like that, but anyway, obviously they were. But apparently, so did the other person on the other side, was working on something and went and then it closed. Like then it just closed,
Yes.
But anyway, the whole thing was that my person is is from a home, I think. But anyway, part of their mission is to learn to bend time in order to travel, which, like, as if I understood that, but it's not my mission. So I'm not going to understand that. But they're learning to bend time in order to travel, and they're going to be one of the first people to be able to do that. But eventually we're all going to be, remember that?
Yes,
Eventually
yes,
we're
I
all going to be able
remember.
to do that. So
This stuff lights me up, man. I love it.
So that's what I was getting here, is that this, what Einstein started, because then I wondered if for just a second if my person is Einstein reincarnated. But I don't think, I think they're just like, because then it said that it's coming into several people, you know what I mean? At the same time, it's being dropped in. And so my person is just one of the people that's picking up on that, and is just pre-practicing it, I think. And then I think they're going to teach us all how to use that energy. So this is what technology, there's all kinds of stuff came in the comments of different definitions of technology, and like it's got nothing to, like, it expanded my definition of technology.
Exactly.
It's nothing to do with machines or work, or it's just, I don't know, I'm going to go really broad, using something to do something else. Like,
exactly. Using information to do something.
yeah, there you go. There you
That's
go.
the basic definition of technology.
So, because that's what they're saying here, is this information that's coming in, I think, is the technology. Anyway,
cool.
travel, ever cool.
Exactly, because that has been my biggest dream, is what I call pop travel, which, when you just disappear from one place and you appear in another, like a
Beam me up, Scotty.
yeah, exactly.
At the beginning of this, that's what I was thinking. I was like, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, teleporting, but I call it pop travel because it's like pop.
I love it.
Over here, pop.
I love it.
Over there. Yeah, so this just totally lights me up. And then also going along with a message that I had on YouTube on my other channel, Lady of the Forest 444, where new technology, new information is going to be coming through to everybody, and it's dropping in. So he's just confirmed that too, and that the best way to access it is by sending out love energy to the world and the earth. Like, oh my God, I have been doing that every time I ride my scooter, and even on the motorcycle. I find that when I'm on my scooter, so I have a little scooter, a little e-bike scooter that I just bought well, I got it for Mother's Day.
It's not a scooter, it has pedals.
Yes, it's an e-bike, but it's like a scooter design. It's not an e-bike that looks like a bicycle. So yeah. And I absolutely love going out on it. And when I'm out on it, I'm so happy and joyful
She's
that
so cute
that's,
on it. I saw her. I ran into her. She went on the same path as I was walking on with
yes, we
Lola, and all of a sudden,
serendipitously ran
here
into each
comes
other.
Cindy down the path. But anyway, you're just so cute on it, and you're just like
Exactly. I'm like grinning from ear
excited.
to ear, putting through
Anyway, what
through
were we talking
the
about?
trees. So that's when I send out
Oh, love.
all kinds of love energy to the world, to every person, to the earth herself. I talk to the trees as I'm going by, and the birds are singing, like, because it's electric, so I can hear everything, right? So yeah, I absolutely love that. And that's my favorite time to send out energy.
And mine are, well, I have like back to my Big Dipper thing. So back from EH3 when I was, sorry, CFB3 when I was told the home that I'm from and that, and about my access to love energy. And I was talking about the Big Dipper that I have always thought of as that I've had this image of it as a storage vessel for love energy.
Yes.
Sorry. And when I'm feeling high, like feeling good, like vibration, high vibration or whatever, full of love energy, we'd now call it,
Yeah.
I send it into that Big Dipper. And then when I'm needing, like, I'm not feeling so great, I ask for some from it.
Yeah.
And I only kind of previously, like when I was newer at all of that, I only thought of it as my personal bank. Like I had my own bank account. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I'm just putting it in there and then I'm like, I can withdraw from that. But it all expanded with this, me being from the home where all love energy is stored. And when we had that conversation in that CFB3 video, to that, no. Like that's a big tank that everybody can access, and I'm throwing it in there. So this reminded me of that. And so this idea of when I'm sending out love energy to the world, somehow I'm also bringing it into me. Like it's just
Yes.
interesting. It's
Because it
a
flows through
flow, right?
us.
Yeah. So I'm
And it
bringing
flows
it
through
from the
us and
Big
out.
Dipper, from my home,
Yeah.
and flowing it through and flowing it out to other
Yeah.
people, right? But in that, it's also coming into
Yes.
me.
Exactly.
So I love that. And I've been doing it on my balcony, of course, on my magic balcony, but I've been doing it on my walks too, because it's often in my nature walks that I get that, that,
Yes.
yeah. And so I throw some out,
Yeah. And so for me, it's not depleting because that energy flows through me and it fills me up as it's going out. Same thing with channeling this way. This is not depleting for me because I'm flowing love energy when I'm doing this, and it it pumps me up most of the time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to flow through us and to access this information about
Yeah.
travel and everything, or all of these ideas. No, it was about all kinds of ideas and
Yes.
knowledge being dropped into Earth's universe about all not tech related, some are tech related, they how to live your best life, all this stuff, how to access hidden energies within Earth, all of it. The best way to access this information is to do what we just said, like just
Yep.
bring in love energy and send it out, right?
Yep. Yep. Which that's the biggest thing that I love about all these messages is that they're so wonderfully love filled, and love energy is magical, and like it's
Right.
just, the way to help yourself, the way to help others is to bring it in through you and out to everyone, and that in turn helps you. Like it's just so beautiful how this is all designed. It's designed in perfection. And I just
And
love
it's so infinite. Like the more you
it. Yeah.
use, it's not like you can't use it up. The more you
No.
use, the more you have. Like it's the opposite of like, I don't know, money in my wallet. Like,
Yes.
when I use it, I have less. Yeah,
Exactly.
like, the more I
Because
use, the
that's
more
what
I
they said
have.
about the Hope Grid too. So the Hope Grid,
Yes.
we discussed that in I don't know when, but a while ago. And they said that the best thing to do is to draw on it, because when we draw on it, we create flow. So we actually bring more love energy into Earth when we draw on that Hope Grid, when we bring that energy into us and allow the hope to flow through us. It then brings more energy into Earth from the universe, like from the infinite source, like you said. So sitting here saying, no, I don't need to go to the Hope Grid because, I'm good. That's not helping anything. Draw on the Hope Grid, which is just bringing that hope into your body, bringing that love energy and flowing that. It's all the same thing. It's all the same idea.
The image of, while they were talking, and now while we're talking of siphoning keeps coming into my,
Yes.
like, and it's not like I've never siphoned gas, or, I've always let somebody else do that, because you end up with the most bullets. But anyway, I don't know if I've ever siphoned anything, but I know that you only do it for a minute, but that starts the flow, right?
Exactly.
Which is almost weird, the way
Yes.
siphoning works.
Yes.
So like that's what this is like, right?
And
Like
we're siphoning from an infinite source, so it just keeps flowing.
so we're just starting the flow, and then it's,
Yes,
I love it.
exactly.
So
Okay,
nice.
let's see
Okay.
what else is happening here.
Yes.
Okay, we have circles. My angels are here. We have one last guest today. And the information that this guest has to share will be just the beginning of this information. There will be more to come from this guest in order to explain the message. Okay, the pendulum is still. My angels have stepped aside. This is the angel of healing. I am working with people on earth at this time to help people heal their physical, emotional, and soul bodies. I am working with people in many different ways. Some people are being encouraged to change their eating habits. Others are being encouraged to change their thought patterns. And others are being encouraged to change their love energy expression in many ways. I am working with people on earth to help everyone to move forward on their journey as best as possible. You are going to experience a change in your life. When this change arrives, I encourage you to look at what is being presented to you as a new way forward. Take a look at this new way forward with an open mind. This is the work of an angel of healing. I am the angel of healing. However, we are a collective of angels. There are many of us working with people on earth. At this time, we are working with people who are on their spiritual journey and are moving towards their Great Awakening moment. As more and more people awaken and begin their awakening journey, we are going to be able to help more and more of these people as they move forward on their awakening journeys. So this will eventually be a service that is offered to every person on earth. Now, we say that this is a service that is being offered to every person on earth. The services of an angel of healing are not karmic experiences. So the intuitive suggestions you will receive are not karmically bound. And so they are indeed a choice. You are being offered a choice by the angel of healing when you receive a new path forward idea. And we ask you to think about this new path forward with an open mind. The choice is yours to take or leave it. You will still move forward on your awakening journey, and you will awaken no matter what you decide. So there is no drastic undoing of your awakening journey with your decision. If you decide to take this new path forward, you will experience something magical that will help you along your journey. If you decide not to take this new path forward, you will continue on your journey and take the same path you are already on. And that path is indeed leading to your great awakening moment. The angel of healing is offering you a different path that may feel better and may have some wonderful surprises along the way. This is entirely your choice. And with that, they're done.
Well, isn't that interesting, both based on your most recent video on your Lady of the Forest channel and our conversation, just you and my personal conversation?
Yes.
Wow, interesting. Before we recorded this video, wow, cryptic again. I don't have to be cryptic about that. I talked to you guys in a video about how I have some pain issues.
Yeah.
And we were talking about possible healing of that and
Yeah.
where I would choose to go with that and stuff. Anyway, I just find it interesting that I love that when stuff comes in that we've talked about. But do you want to give a tiny synopsis of the video that you just posted yesterday on YouTube on your Lady of the Forest channel?
If I can remember.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so
On the spot.
the channel is in the description below on YouTube if you want to go check it out. And it is the latest video because I just posted it yesterday. But yeah, it basically talked about I remember when she was saying about new
It was about eating habits, being encouraged to change
you're
their
gonna experience a
thought
shift. Oh, that was it. Yeah, okay, now I remember.
I know, I knew I'd bring you there with, that's what I
Right.
was looking for, something in my notes.
I was pulling a blank.
I know.
Yeah,
It's okay.
so our own personal tipping point, a critical mass point. So we're all heading towards our own critical mass point, our own tipping point, when we are bringing in enough love energy into our body that we will experience a shift. And this shift will show up for us in different ways. And so for some people, they said that's where it connected to this, was that you may all of a sudden change your eating habits. You may change your thoughts. You may change thoughts of unworthiness. You may develop a new perspective of the world and have a new appreciation for people that you kind of didn't understand or didn't appreciate. You'll have a bigger picture idea, and
but health was in there.
Yes,
because that's what I tagged into.
Yeah, a shift in your health, all kinds of things. They mentioned a few things, and it could be so much more than they mentioned. They only mentioned so many, right? That
yeah,
not going to go on infinitely.
Well, now they've expanded on that. So in the notes, you see my eyes flicking around. I'm trying to listen to Cindy and look through because you're right in the notes here and what you're saying. And then they said, but others are being encouraged to change their love energy expression in many ways as well, in that list of possibilities that they gave.
Yeah.
But then
it can be anything, because your love energy expression is how you express yourself in the world. So I mean, just those possibilities are infinite.
Right. Because, okay, so, and then also in your video, you said something, and now I'm drawing a blank, but you said something about what this next part is that this angel of healing said to us, which is, I'm working with people on earth to help everyone move forward on their journey as best as possible. You're going to experience a change in your life. When this change arrives, I encourage you to look at what is being presented to you as a new way forward. We're back to change. It's theme for me today. Yes. Because this goes with stuff that was said in your video yesterday. That was the other half of it, right? So there was personal shift and then a change in your life or something. Sorry, now I'm drawing a blank and I just watched your video.
I don't know. I talked about like how I've seen some things that were changing.
Not you. The second part they said that will happen for everyone.
I don't remember.
It's okay. No worries. No worries, because they said it here. So you're going to experience a change in your life. When this change arrives, I encourage you to look at what is being presented to you as a new way forward. Take a look at this new way forward with an open mind. This is the work of an angel of healing. And then my notes get horrible because you start going really fast. But they're a collective of angels, and they're working with lots of people on earth to move them on their journey, and you get a choice, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But this goes back to the angel's first mess at the beginning of this video, where your angel said that there's going to be a change on this channel, and I went into like, you know, but I guess maybe something new is going to be presented to us in separately, or we were told that we were told when we started this channel that eventually we would go our separate ways, not as friends.
Yes.
But as we would go our separate ways, like channel wise and stuff like that. And I can't imagine having my own YouTube channel. And talking to nobody.
But it might not be, like, who knows what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't say we were going to have different YouTube channels. They just said
no, but they're saying at the beginning that there's going to be a change. And then now they're saying this angel of healing is saying that they're going to present a change. I'm just using my own example to interpret what everybody's talking about. And so something is going to happen for everybody. It looks like you're going to be offered a different path. So both paths are going to lead to the same place, but maybe one of them is, you know, the path we're on, which is probably something like that, like life, you know, and the other one, I don't know if, you know, maybe it's a shortcut or it's just a different path or whatever. And they brought up something that you taught me decades ago, Cindy, and it has changed everything forever in my worry about change and my worry about, I don't know, making decisions about change. And a long, long, long time ago, you said to me, it'll be fine either way. And I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it as if I choose wrong, it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
And you said, no, like you're still always going the same place that you plan to go to. And it's just a different path that you're going to take. And it'll be fine either way, no matter which decision you make. Exactly. And they just said that.
Yeah.
That's what they just said, is that when you're offered this new thing, it's okay if you don't take it. Yes. It's okay if you do take it. you know,
Yeah,
you'll be fine. You'll get there anyway.
exactly. And that's the love. Like, do you feel the love in that?
Yes.
It's just so amazing to me. I just love it.
Thank you for
Yeah.
teaching me that years ago.
Well, you're welcome. I didn't know that I had taught you that.
I know, eh?
But yeah, so that's the cool thing, is that this isn't karmically bound. And so this is a true opportunity that's coming our way. Whether you take it or not, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. They're just two different ways to experience this awakening. You want to go this way and experience that, or do you want to go this way and experience that? That's the long and short of it. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so I think he was finished, but I'll head back in
Okay.
and just see if there's anything else.
Yep.
Okay, so we have my angels. That is all we have for today. And we are already preparing for our next show. And with that, they're done. Very exciting. Wow.
I love it. I love the way that they talk now about, well, now your angels, I mean, your angels were the first ones who gave us a message and who nudged you to start this channel, but they haven't always been involved in every episode and all that kind of thing. And I just have this picture of like your angels and Big Bertha, and like they all know each other.
Yes.
And they just are now they're, and Bertha's floating out of the studio now in her pink gown. And she's saying here, she's like, oh, that was so great. And Einstein, thanks for joining us. And then they're all going like, hey, what are we going to do next week? I love the way this is being spirit led.
Yes. Yes.
And as you
This
can
whole
see,
journey
I
for me has
love,
been spirit led.
what's that?
This whole journey for me has been spirit led.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
For sure.
And the Einstein one strikes me as much more, different than Big Bertha, like much more, I don't know, somehow scientific and serene, and they're going like,
Practical,
well, here's making some suggestions. And then the angel of healing is going, but really, it doesn't matter what you plan to do. It's all going to turn out fine anyway. I love this.
I love having three of them. That's so cool.
I know.
Different segments.
I know. And they're so different from each other.
It's exciting.
Yes, exactly. So I think when we do our energy send, I'm definitely sending it out to I personally will be bringing it in and sending it out to the world.
Yeah.
And the people of Earth is what I will do. And I know lots of you will want to send it. You've talked in the comments again about healing the Earth, and wherever you would like to send it, I wish you a great influx of energy, love energy coming through you at the same time. And I'll be sending to you as well.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for joining us, and thank you for your engagement in the comments and your laughter with us in the last episode.
Yes.
In the comments. It's so much fun having this community, and I really appreciate each and every one of you.
Yes, it is wonderful. It's so nice to feel all the love, like you say, from the comments and people sharing and just having a good time. And yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Have a good day.
Have a great day.